my first Olympics in Sarajevo, just my mom and two of my sisters went there. But when the Olympics were in Calgary in 1988, some of my family members could drive. One person wanted to go, and then it added on, and next thing you knew, there was 25 members of family and friends. They all had the same, they called them paper jackets. One of my sisters was in charge of that, and then everybody got one. The media saw my family all dressed alike, all up in the stands. They're the ones that dubbed them the Blair Bunch. My dad's name was Charles P. Blair Jr., but everybody called him Chili. My mom was Eleanor. My oldest brother's name was Charles after my dad, but everybody called him Chuck. Then there was my sister Mary, my sister Susie, my brother Rob, my sister Angela, and I brought up the rear. So 6 kids and 2 parents. That's the core bunch, and then there was marriages, and then kids from marriages, and cousins from out east. My mom's brother, Uncle Lenny, he always went. Yeah, it gets crazy. I really think the Blair Bunch was the ones that kind of started hats and jackets or sweatshirts or whatever to all look alike. We kind of coined that. I knew going to the starting line, if I'm gonna win this, I for sure have to go faster than I've ever gone before and set a world record. My family, the Blair Bunch, had all been in one area to watch the event, but for the award ceremony, they all kind of scattered in different areas. Just as I was about to get up on the podium, looking at my different family members and seeing this range of different emotions. My sister Angela, she was crying. My sister Susie, just a big, huge grin on her face. My brother Rob, high-fiving his best friend. My sister Mary yelling, screaming, going absolutely nuts. My mom looking still scared to death as if I was still racing. Seeing all those different emotions, that's exactly what it feels like to win an Olympic gold medal. Everything at once. In Albertville, France, that number grew to 45 members of the Blair Bunch. But we had lost my dad in 1989. The first medal that I won in Albertville, I dedicated in his memory. He was the one that put that little idea in that young girl's head that I could go to the Olympics. He was always the one that took me to the competitions. He had a new coworker of his introduced me to him, and he said, "This is my daughter Bonnie, and she's gonna be in the Olympics and she's gonna win an Olympic medal." I kind of remember looking at him like, "Are you nuts?" My dad was always a man of very few words, so for my dad to say that, it was just so out of context. It was always a timer at the finish line for every meet that I competed in. was there in spirit. And then at my last Olympic Games, there were 60 members. It's pretty crazy to think that they traveled all that way, made all their own arrangements to watch me compete in 3 races that totaled less than 6 minutes. That's mind-boggling. This is gonna be my last Olympic race. That race went beyond fantastic. The thrilling and the excitement that I'd had in 5 different times of being on that top podium. This 5th one was a little bit different, because I knew I'd never do it again. It was almost like a sad moment because I knew it was the end. I knew as far as the Olympics go, I'm never gonna have this feeling that I'm having right now. I married one of my teammates, Dave Cruikshank. We were both in 4 Olympic Games. We overlapped in 3. There has to be something to be said for genes because we have 2 kids, son Grant, who plays hockey at a pretty high level. My daughter Blair Cruikshank, not Blair. She is 16. She started speed skating just a couple of years ago. I get goosebumps just thinking about it. They're the light of my life, and I'm a great taxi driver, driving them from one event to another. Especially in the wintertime when the roads are real icy, you're like, oh gosh, if I had my skates, I could just buzz right past these people. I do like to drive fast. I've kind of maybe gotten off once maybe they saw my driver's license. Speed is for sure in the Blair blood.